Alrighty then, let's finish up the Fast and Furious franchise for now with Hobbs and Shaw, or in Spanish, Hobbs y Shaw. Sorry to my Spanish viewers, but alright, so a little background. After the chemistry between Rock the Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham in Fate of the Furious, they decided we're going to do a spin-off called Hobbs and Shaw. And not only that, but we're going to piss Vin Diesel off and push Fast and Furious 9 back a year so we can do this spin-off. A spin-off that Vin Diesel, the producer of the franchise, didn't want to happen. You know, if I remember hearing correctly, he wanted to wait till after all 10 of the regular films were done before any spin-offs came out. Well, now we got this and we got some cartoon on Netflix. But, yeah. My question is, I think I mentioned this in another one, why would you go for why would you put two new people together for a spin-off when, you have two people who could do their own spin-off? Rome and Tej. Hello? They've been asking for a spinoff for quite some time. And they have chemistry. You know they get along well together. Why don't they get their own spinoff? But no, we get Hobbs and Shaw, something we never asked for. It's not to say it's not a good movie. It's a good movie. We just... it's not, when they thought of spinoffs, what characters could have spinoffs? Technically, you could say that Tokyo Drift is a spin-off with Han, before we knew who Han was. But we would like to have a spin-off with Rome and Tej most of all. Maybe clear up some, problems with saying that Rome was going to come back for Roman afterwards, and as into this day, you could do a spin-off with that. I mean, come on. But now, not only do we have a spin-off with Hobbs and Shaw, but it looks like we've taken these two characters out of the franchise, the main franchise as a whole, because it seems like Hobbs and Shaw won't be in 9 and 10, because they've got this whole thing set up with this spin-off series now they want to do. So they got a new villain, this big bad with a voice changer, which is not who you may think it was. If you figured out who was doing the voice like I did, and you think, oh, it's this person, and then you realize, oh, they don't have, you look on Wikipedia, and you're like, oh, well, they just had him do the voice, and they really don't have an actor to physically portray. They wanted Keanu Reeves to play this villain, but they don't have a physical actor to portray the character yet, and that's why they had this actor do this. Okay, we'll get to that. I don't want to spoil it right away. So, what is the story here? The story here is that Hattie Shaw, the sister of Deckard and Owen Shaw, these family members just pop out of nowhere. At least you got some foreshadowing in Fast and the Furious 6 by Owen mentioning he had a brother. But they never mentioned the sister. And what's moreover is that is that just, they mention in, what was it? Furious 7, I think, or Fate of the Furious, one of the two, that, I think it's Fate of the Furious, that Hobbs' daughter is at his sister's house. But in this one, I don't know if I didn't pay attention right, but in this one, his whole family is like, they turned on him. So how could the daughter go to his sister's house when the whole family is turned on him? Maybe they mentioned something about his sister being the only one that he talks to. Maybe they mentioned that. I don't know if I heard it or not. But you get Cliff Curtis to play the brother. And I like Cliff Curtis. He's been in other good things. Push, some other stuff. I think it was in Heroes Reborn, I think he had a small role there, I think. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, Cliff Curtis, he's been in a lot of things. I like him. It was nice to see him pop in there. I'm watching the movie. It's just towards the end of the movie, of course. He pops up, I'm like, hey, Cliff Curtis, You got The Rock, or Roman Reigns, in a role. Here's the big thing, alright? If you're a wrestling fan, you should already know this, but they hyped this role for Roman Reigns so much on the wrestling shows. Oh, Roman Reigns is in Hobbs and Shaw. He doesn't say a goddamn thing. Much like Wade Barrett's role in Dead Man Down, he says nothing. He does say one thing. Ooh, ah. That's it. When he delivers a spear to one of the bad guys. Ooh, ah. And I tell you what, I popped for that in the theater. I was, ooh, ah, the big dog. You know? But, other than that, he said nothing. Just like Wade Barrett in Dead Man Down. Nothing. Not a word. He just kind of stands there the whole time. Doesn't say a word. Nothing. It's not a big role. He's just talking. And he's just standing. I mean, he didn't talk. He just stands there. Not a big role. Cliff Curtis gets most of the lines there. So, the story is that Hattie Shaw has injected herself with a virus that this bad guy, superpowered bad guy, Brixton, played by Idris Elba, wants to get his hands on. And so he is relentlessly going after Hattie and later Hobbs and Shaw, who join up to protect her. Once again, coincidence. I keep mentioning this. It's so coincidental, that what I mean by this, if you don't get it, is that when it's impossible, improbable even, that anyone could find them where they are, boom, the bad guys are there right away. Now I know in this day of technology, and they got this whole thing, they actually explain it in this. They have a system that could track them down. But still, it's all very, not coincidental, but what's the word? Convenient. That's it is. It's very convenient that you keep finding them. It's also very convenient that this is the guy that made Deckard Shaw go rogue. Oh, we're pushing forward that Deckard Shaw is not really that bad of a guy. One problem. He killed Han! Did we forget about this? By the end of this film, he redeems himself. But I'm still sitting there going, but he killed Han though. You can't try to push that he's a good guy now. He killed Han. We saw it happen. And all this stuff about, oh, maybe Han's not really dead. We saw him explode. There's no way they can get away with this unless they do a very new convenience type thing where it's, oh, he wasn't really in the car. Bullshit. I saw it explode twice with him in it. But Tokyo Drift and Fast and Furious 6, 3 times with Furious 7. Han is dead. And if they're trying to pull a back from the dead thing like Letty and say, oh, he was just in a coma, it makes no sense. Dom went and got his body and brought it back to the U.S. for the funeral. He's dead. Okay? All these people saying, oh, maybe he's not really dead. I got to remind you. This is fresh in my mind from watching these movies. Dom went to Tokyo to get the stuff, to get, whatever things were left behind, and his body, and bring him back for the funeral. So Han is deed. D-E-A-D, deed. Okay? Deckard is responsible. That's the one thing that makes it's disbelief in this whole thing. People saw this trailer and it's like, oh, superpowered bad guy, that's not Fast and the Furious. Is that really the most ridiculous thing in the Fast and the Furious franchise at this point? Letty comes back from the dead. The guy who killed Han is suddenly in the good graces of our heroes. There's a magical appearing baby that pops out of nowhere. I mean, come on. Is a superpowered villain really the most ridiculous thing in this franchise? Since Fast and Furious 6, they've been spelling out bullshit after bullshit after bullshit, trying to add more to this franchise. What else are they going to give us? What else are they going to, mess with the continuity with? Are they going to say that Han's really alive? What's all this, It gets to me, okay? It gets to me. And, I enjoyed this movie, and I love Jason Statham as an actor. I have some of his movies. I may do some. I got the 2 Crank movies and the 3 Transport movies, and this one, and I want to get the movie Cellular. He's in that one. He has a minor role, kind of like Roman Reigns in this movie. Only he actually talks in that movie, and he sort of has hair at this point, but kind of like mine, only a little bit less on the top here. But yeah, it's my whole problem with getting on this whole Hobbs and Shaw train and Shaw is a hero train is that he killed Han. All right, and people cheer for Owen Shaw in the 6th and the 7th popping up in Fate of the Furious, but he's kind of responsible for Giselle's death too. If you think about it, it was one of his men that caused her to jump out, fire the gun. So he's kind of responsible for her death too. So those, being forgiven just because they helped, they have blood in their hands. Blood of people who have been in this franchise for longer. What if out of nowhere Reyes, responsible for all the people in Hobbs's crew or team, and Vince's death, suddenly is like, you know what? I'm going to help you guys out. I'm going to give you the money to take down these big bad guys. And they're like, oh, you're cool. Not to mention, you killed one of our brothers. You killed all of Hobbs' team. But no, we're cool. Would that make any sense? What if Johnny Tran was still alive? And they made it, you killed Jesse, but we're cool. The only villain that I could see having redemption is DK. Because now that we know that it was Shaw responsible for Han's death, while DK played a hand in it, he's not directly responsible, so there could be some kind of forgiveness there. Show some respect. Other than that, every other villain, fuck them. Okay? Even Shaw, alright? Yeah, I like Jason Statham, but the one thing that keeps me from getting on that train, he killed Han. I'm sorry. I know they didn't know that it was going to be a big response for Jason Statham to be in this franchise, and that there'd be some chemistry and they want to do a spinoff. But I don't know what to say. They should have done something else, Why can't it be an accident caused by DK? Why is it? You can still say he's out for revenge. You don't have to. I don't know. It complicates things when you change the continuity a little bit. You know what I mean? But I got pimple right here. You see it? It bugs me. But there's a pimple right there. See? Right there, pimple. You see that? There's a pimple. Bonjour, I am Scottish Pimple. How are you? Why is it French? I don't know. Anyway. Anyway, this movie. Let's go back to this movie and stop me bitching about Hobbs. The acting is great. The action is great. Even the CGI, most of the time you couldn't tell. The action. The story is actually really good, I think. It's kind of reconnecting Hobbs with his family, even though he killed Han, and it's reconnecting Shaw with his family, his sister, his mother, and then reconnecting Hobbs with his family, which, I guess is needed. They mention that he doesn't speak to the rest of his family, and so okay, at some point he's going to have to go and get help from his family. He goes to Samoa, and he gets help from his family, and they help him take down the bad guys. There's this big fight in the rain. For some reason, it's got to be in the rain. He's got Hobbs and Shaw taking down, Brixton, and yeah. It's a good fight. The action's, not bad. But yeah, this is a good movie. It's not one of the bad ones. I mean, I can't get over the fact that he killed Han. Alright? I can't get over the fact of that. But this movie is pretty good. It may run a little bit too long, because once you think you're at the climax, and then you gotta go to Samoa, to The Rock's family, and you're like, okay, that's another half hour or so, it's a little bit long. Other than that, it's a great film. I gotta give it a 8 out of 10. Alright, some things hold back, like the length and just some of the gags. There's this gag, alright, where they gotta go into a secure area and they got, use the eye, like, access granted. And no matter how many Shaw tries, access denied. Finally gets one, they're ready to go, and then there's this big group of people with guns. It's supposed to be funny, but it comes off as stupid. To me, anyway. It's like, okay, all that trying to get in there, and once they get in there, they just, no. But, yeah, and they tip their hat to things where, Mrs. Shaw, Helen Mirren, she's talking to Dex, or she calls him Deckard, in the jail, 'cause she's in prison somehow now. I don't know how that happened. They don't explain that. But she's in prison, and, Deckard's talking to her, and she mentions these little plans that Deckard and Hattie came up with when they were kids. And that plays into things later when they mention, what was it? If you were a rock star, I bet you'd be. Who's the get Mick Jagger? Mick Jagger, because that was one of the plans. Ooh, that's what they should have had. They should have got the song "Moves Like Jagger" by or somebody on YouTube added into that scene where he goes, if you were a rock star, I think you'd be Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger. Ooh, and show the Planet Happening. That'd be cool. But yeah, the comedy's good, the action's good, the acting's great. Overall, like I said, I give it 8 out of 10. So what are your thoughts on Hobbs and Shaw? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you for the next one. And I don't know what I'm doing next because I'm done with the Fast and Furious franchise until the 9th one comes out. So we'll see that one. I'm not going to do a ranking until then. I'm done. I guess I got to do the X-Men yet. I don't want to. It's the next one, X-Men The Last Stand, and it's like, I'm going to watch it, but it's like, I don't want to watch it. You know what I mean? But, yeah. So, like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.